During his entire life, Nikola Tesla made research about electricity and discovered wireless power. After his passing, the result of his research mysteriously disappeared, and no evidence of his research on wireless power was ever found. During our entire life, we were told that the Pyramid of Giza was a thumb for a king. It wasn't. It had a different purpose. Tesla didn't invent wireless power and was not the one who discovered it either. It's been here long before Egyptian people. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built as a tomb for Khufu, an Egyptian pharaoh, and is the oldest and largest of the 3 pyramids in Giza. However, despite being built as a tomb, no mummies were ever found in the pyramid, and there were no artifacts or hieroglyphs discovered. So, was it really built as a tomb? There is no evidence to support this claim, and the way it was constructed suggests that it had a different purpose altogether. The pyramid is made up of 2.5 million blocks of stone and weighs approximately 6 million tons. It stands at 481 feet high and has a footprint of 13 acres. The base of the pyramid is leveled within 3/4 of an inch, and each side of the pyramid is over 755 feet long, made up of stone blocks weighing between 2 to 40 tons each. Additionally, each side is within 2 inches of any other, making it 99.98% accurate. And did you know that the pyramid doesn't have just 4 sides, but 8 with each side, being slightly concave and only visible when viewed directly above? Aligning this kind of construction within 1 degree of true north is an impossible precision when, in the same era, your only means of transportation is by horse. But if it wasn't a tomb, what was it? The base material of the pyramid, the one we can see on the outside, is nummulite limestone, which is abundantly found around the site where the pyramids are. However, the exterior was once covered in bright and polished white limestone, which is only found 500 miles away from the pyramids. One of the peculiarities of this material is that it is an excellent insulator. The interior chambers of the pyramid were built with a rare type of granite called rose granite, which was brought from hundreds of miles away. This granite has a high concentration of quartz. When compressed or moved, it creates electricity, with one side of the quartz having a positive charge and the other having a negative one. If you connect the two, you have an electrical circuit. The same material is used in every quartz watch and a lot of electronic devices. Most of the chambers inside the Great Pyramid of Giza are built with 85% quartz as well as the tunnels in each chamber. So, if you put the slightest pressure on all this quartz, it creates an immense amount of electricity, transforming the pyramid into an enormous power plant, way more powerful than today's nuclear power plants. And what if I told you we have proof that this already happened? Christopher Dunn explains how a pyramid can be a power plant. The pressure on the quartz inside the Great Pyramid could have generated enough electricity to power the entire world. According to Dunn's, the pyramids were built over underground water channels that created a flow of electrons. The pyramids themselves were made of limestone, which is a good conductor of electricity. The top of the pyramid was capped with gold, which acted as an antenna. The result was a wireless transmission of electricity that could power a whole civilization. Dunn's claims that there is evidence to support his theory, such as the presence of copper wires and batteries in some of the chambers. This technology created thousands of years ago could generate unlimited clean energy. But how did they get the energy out? This brings us back to Tesla. The way his Wardenclyffe tower was built was very similar to the pyramids of Giza. It was on top of an aquifer with copper and iron rods extending down into the water. When electricity was sent into the tower, it was to be transmitted around the world through the atmosphere. The pyramids are also built on an aquifer, and copper pipes and iron rods have recently been discovered there. If the capstone was made of gold, the energy concentrated inside the pyramid would have been drawn to the top and transmitted to the atmosphere. Tesla's wireless power distribution system used the resonance of the Earth, just like the pyramid. And just like the pyramid, the energy generated by Tesla's tower would be unlimited, clean, and virtually free for everyone on the planet. This would literally change our entire world. In the 1900s, Tesla's projects were funded by J.P. Morgan. When he discovered that Tesla was working on a wireless power system, he stopped funding Tesla and reported to everybody in the wealthy investor class that he was crazy and untrustworthy. But why would Morgan do something to destroy Tesla's career when a few months earlier he was giving him millions of dollars to fund his inventions? Well, J.P. Morgan owned copper mines all over the world. His factories generated miles of copper wires, and he owned steel and rubber factories, coal mines, and a lot of railroads to transport all these resources. If Tesla's tower was used, the entire world would have had free, unlimited electricity. Everything J.P. Morgan owned and spent his life building would become obsolete and would not be needed anymore, and Morgan would lose everything. Because Tesla was blacklisted by every investor, he couldn't fund his inventions. He stopped developing his tower, and it was destroyed in 1917. All his documents and research disappeared, and nobody knows where everything went. Well, the FBI surely knows, but we can't be sure at 100%. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and drop a like. This makes me a happy man. Also check out my other videos. You'll love them.